Hey gang, welcome to the program. For the long-time viewers, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Alright, so this is episode 2 of Vital Vinyl. And it's called that because I'm just kind of slowly sort of rebuilding my old record collection, and I am getting things that pretty much I had before, and so I know that like they're solid albums all the way through, or I've heard them digitally and know that they're good from beginning to end, because I don't want to waste my time and money on buying things that might have just a couple of good songs on them if it's by a band that I like or something like that, because sometimes the bands you like put out duds and most of the album stinks, but there'll be a couple of good songs on it, so that's not what I want to do. Alright, so like I said before, this is unscripted, so I'm just going to be grabbing stuff, talking about it, and yeah. So the first album is by a band called All. The album is called Allroy Saves. These guys were originally a band called The Descendants, a little pop punk band out of California. Then they relocated to Fort Collins, I believe, during this time. After their original singer, Milo Ackerman, left the band, I believe to go back to school, hence the Descendants album, Milo Goes to College. You can learn all about them in this awesome movie called Filmage. Can't remember what service it's on, but if you're here, you've got an internet, look it up. But it's awesome. It talks all about the band, their history, their influence, and they are a very influential band. But All was who the Descendants became. They had several different singers. I know they had like Dave Smalley from Dag Nasty, some homeless looking guy. I think that was the guy Chad, who might be a bartender now. I don't know. And I don't remember who's on this one. Let's see. Carl Alvarez, Stephen Egerton, Bill Stevenson. Alright, cool. Yeah, don't know who the singer is on this. I should probably put on my glasses and read it, because that will be exciting TV, right? Scott Reynolds, that's right. Scott Reynolds. Can't remember if he was in another band or not. But this is my favorite album by the band All. Yeah, so I saw them for this tour back in, I believe, 1991 at a place called Storyville in New Orleans, which is now Margaritaville. Storyville was a really cool venue. Saw a lot of great bands play there. And then when it closed and Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville took over, I didn't like it because it stunk. So that gave me one more reason not to like Jimmy Buffett. But it was cool because you could go there, you'd see a show, and then you'd walk out and you're in the quarter, you're on Decatur Street. There's tons of bars there. And back then, the drinking age was 18, which meant they'd serve you if you were 15 or 16. So yeah, just be there with a bunch of friends and stuff. So yeah, I saw these guys. I think it was a school night, though, whenever I went. I got a shirt. They had this shirt. It was like this album. The back had like all the cities that they were touring in, but I've seen the shirts since then on eBay, and I guess they did a couple of different versions, like Northwest, Southeast, like, because I've seen them, but they didn't have New Orleans on the back. But this one did have New Orleans, and I wore the shit out of that shirt. I loved it. And I did kind of have a little too much to drink at this show, I remember, and I did not drive. But the people I was with, it was a buddy and his girlfriend, and they were leaving early, probably so they could like be together. And I wanted to stay, and I had some other friends that were there, and I tried getting a ride home, but they were like, no, I'm not going to bring you home. And I was like, ugh. And I should have just caught a cab, because I ended up only seeing like a few songs into their set before I had to leave. but they were really good. And the singer had like kind of long curly hair, as did my girlfriend at the time. And so a friend of mine that was there, this girl Allie, who was also friends with my girlfriend at the time, whose name was Amber, was like, "Hey, doesn't the lead singer kind of look like Amber?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Amber, I love you." I'm like screaming it to the band, which I'm sure they loved if they even heard. And I was like, "I know you're not here, but I love you." So yeah, that happened. But then I saw them again several years later in mid 90s, like 95, 96, 97, something like that. They played at this place, the Rendon Inn. It was like this hangar. Like it looked like a military hangar or something, but like a little smaller version. And a bunch of bands would play there too. And it was next door to like some college frat bar. But yeah, all played there, so I got to see them again. And Descendants played there too. I don't really remember if it was around the same time. Like, I don't know if it was the same show or not. Because, yeah, boy used to drink a bit back then. Not anymore, though. And, yeah, so I got to see all play then. And it was a great show. And I was glad I could finally see them completely and not have to leave. So, yeah. Allroy Saves. Good power poppy punky kind of stuff. Kind of like the Descendants, since it is the Descendants. Just the vocals are different because they have a different vocalist. Wow. Did I just blow your mind? Alright, so that's it for this one. Teaser for next time. Since these are alphabetical, the next band on our list is Bad Religion. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's it for now. If you haven't already, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. I don't even know what the point of that is. So yeah, see you next time.